Hello everyone, welcome to the EPCOT International Festival of the Arts. It is unfortunately not very nice out today. You can see everybody with their ponchos on. It is rainy and cold. Well, cold for Florida anyway. I think it's like in the 50s right now. So we're here to check out the Festival of the Arts. Unfortunately, if the weather gets any worse than this, it might not be as long a look as I had hoped for. But we'll see what we can do. I'm going to get around to the World Showcase, but for now, I'm going to go check out Taste Track. I'm going to go around to check out some of the stuff that I've already tried, so I can let you know what's good here at the Festival of the Arts. Yes, I will take this rain over ice and snow any day. The park is pretty empty right now still. Wait times, at least as of a few minutes ago, the only wait time over 15 minutes was the Anna and Elsa meet and greet. Good morning. And everything else was under 15 or under. That includes Soarin'. Obviously Test Track is closed right now because of the rain, but thank you. Yeah, I have, oh, there's my umbrella. I have a gimbal that I'm using right now. The Osmo 2, I believe, is the one that I'm using. Making my way over to Taste Track to start off our look around the Festival of the Arts. Really hoping this weather clears up. I always feel bad for people who are here on vacation and only get a few days and get stuck with days like this. Alright, so here is Taste Track. And we're here early, obviously. Everything's still just opening up. But for the Festival of the Arts, Taste Track has the paintbrush churros, which have been a popular option, as well as the pancake milkshake. But the real star here is the lobster, bacon, macaroni, and cheese, served in a warm bread cone. It is fantastic. Definitely recommend if you're going to get over here to give that one a try. It's also one of the more filling options. You know how the festivals here at EPCOT give very small servings. So if you're looking for something to actually get maybe lunch or even a dinner, that's one I would recommend. Yes, I'm very glad we don't have any snow here to deal with. Maybe. I know they have kind of shared some some of the options between different festivals before. So you might see that again for Flower and Garden. Now, right over here, I'm at the Odyssey Festival Showplace. It's closed right now, it's still too early, but inside they have a few options in there as well. The one that I would recommend is the trio of hors d'oeuvres. It is I believe it's cold shrimp on a crostini. It is a deviled egg and then a fried risotto. And the fried risotto is my favorite thing that I've had here in the festival. It is so good. Now we're gonna make our way over to World Showcase. Take a look at some of the other options for the Festival of the Arts. World Showcase, I believe, opens at 11, so can't actually go up and try anything just yet, but at least take a look. By the way, in the Odyssey Festival Showcase, they also have a make-your-own t-shirt station where you can pick from several different Disney designs and combine them and put them on your own t-shirt. It's really cool. So we're gonna start over here in the Mexico Pavilion. Which way do you guys go when you come into World Showcase? Do you go left to go into Mexico, or do you go right to go to Canada? Here's some of the food options in Mexico. I am not going to try and pronounce all of the options for the festival because I will butcher the names of everything. But I'll show you the menus. I haven't tried anything in Mexico yet, but I will get around to some of the other things that I've tried so I can let you know a little bit about them. I do usually try at least one thing from Mexico because there's always something good over here. Yeah, I typically go to Mexico first as well, unless I'm here to do something specific. Like if I'm going over to France for something, or anything like that. But typically, my general plan is to go left, do Mexico first. Looks like some of the things in here are actually open right now. Has anybody been to the Festival of the Arts yet and tried anything? If so, give me some suggestions on what to try. Because, I mean, there's so many options, it's hard to narrow it down. Coming up to Norway. Like I said, the only thing with a long wait in the park right now is the meet and greet for Elsa and Anna, which is not out of the ordinary, really. The music in Norway is very loud right now. Oh, we are closed off, actually, it looks like. Let's take a look around the lagoon real quick. See some of the construction over here for the new nighttime show. Not sure exactly what they're doing over there, but Illuminations is on its way out. Even with this rainy weather, EPCOT is still such a nice park. Hope since I'm closed off from going this way into China, I'm gonna go back the other way. See how far we can get going that way. Well, that's exciting. I've actually only lived in Orlando for a little over 2 years now, and it was one of the most exciting times and one of the best decisions I ever made to move down here. I am yet to try a margarita from over here because every time I get even close, the line is just crazy. I'm also not the biggest fan of margaritas, but from what I hear, they're very good over there. I don't know if you guys can see all the way off in the distance there, there's the cranes over in France to bring the new Ratatouille ride. Maybe I will have a margarita at some point today, but unfortunately they are still closed right now. Peaceful is the perfect word to describe EPCOT when you come early in the morning. just being able to walk around World Showcase when it's, you know, very minimal crowds like this. Very wet and cold California. I don't like to hear that. We're going to be there next week in Disneyland. So hopefully we get some nice weather then. And since this is the Festival of the Arts, they do have the art tents out here where you can purchase various pieces of art. There's Pop Gallery, which you can find at Disney Springs. But then there's also a lot of different kinds of artwork. You can see the monorail mural. This is a sort of paint by numbers kind of thing, where you go and you pick up your paint from this tent right over here, and they give you a number and they give you your paint and they tell you to come up and paint. I believe it's 5 different squares. And you can kind of see here the numbers. And then you come up and you paint your squares, and what you get is the final product is this here. Well, almost final product, as you can see here, number 14. Not exactly done just yet.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? Here's another one of the food booths here. The deconstructed dish, which I've been very excited to try. I've heard that the deconstructed strawberry cheesecake is really good and it looks fantastic, so I will be trying that one at some point. Deconstructed Reuben sounds good as well. Still technically in the port of entry here before we cross over into Canada. There's the deconstructed dish. One of the new options here at the refreshment port as well is the lobster chips, which have been very popular. So if mac and cheese isn't your thing, you can come over to the refreshment port and get some lobster chips instead. Hi, Tracy. Canada's Festival of the Arts booth, the Masterpiece Kitchen. Looks like they have some good options here as well. I'm not a big fan of mushroom, and the Canada booth's always pretty heavy on mushrooms, so not usually my favorites. Still looks very good though. If I could, I would go around and try everything at the festival, but that's not exactly an option all the time. Here's Le Cellier, the steakhouse. Canada is one of my favorite pavilions. It is so nice back here. Unfortunately, I can't go in there just yet. Here you go. World Showcase opens at 11 a.m. But you can take a look around Le Cellier and the Canada Pavilion. Look how nice this is. It's like Flower and Garden Festival all year round over here. It's also a beautiful park at night too, but it is definitely different seeing it during the day. Good morning, Shelly. I also definitely recommend checking EPCOT out during the different festivals because it's almost a different park. I mean, obviously the attractions and everything are the same, but you have different food options, you have different decoration. Flower and Garden specifically is just, it's beautiful here. You can see some of the cast members around World Showcase getting ready to open up at 11. They also have these photo ops around World Showcase for Festival of the Arts. Quick stop at Mermaid Lagoon on the way to Skull Rock.
We gotta enter our fast pass.
So you can be a mermaid, or you can be on this boat by Skull Rock. We're in the UK Pavilion now. Another very beautiful pavilion over here. Of course, everything looks a little bit nicer when it's sunny. The tea shop is great, and the area behind the tea shop, back here where you can usually meet Alice, and I mean, just this garden is so nice. Take a quick look. Not sure how much further I'm going to be able to go into World Showcase right now. You can see, just like in the Canada Pavilion by Le Cellier, it is Flower and Garden all year round over here. Yeah, everybody loves the fish and chips in the UK Pavilion. I personally am not a big fish and chips fan, but I have heard really good things about them. I also love this hedge maze over here. Let's see just how nice this pavilion is. Let's see, it looked like the bridge over to France was closed off right now. But we'll see if we can get over there. Yeah, I gotta duck my umbrella. Oh no, it looks like we can get over into France. So let's go check it out. Yes, you can get full-size cups of water at the fish and chips booth, which is a nice little trip hack.
That way only because it's...
I'm sure you're aware you can get cups of water at any restaurant with a soda fountain. We usually get those little plastic cups. Over there at the fish and chips booth, you can get a full cup. Quick look at the International Gateway, and you can see the gondola system there. They have been testing this over by Hollywood Studios a lot lately. Be cool to see them test today, but it doesn't look like anything's happening. Just another new means of transportation to get around Disney World, which is good because that cuts down on the waits for the buses and the boats and everything else. You can see some guests coming in from the International Gateway right now too, which leads over to Boardwalk and Yacht Club and Beach Club and Swan and Dolphin. Which, if you haven't checked that area out yet, I definitely recommend it. Some great restaurants, bars, entertainment. It's a very cool place to even just walk around and relax. Quick look around now, and you can see the Guardians of the Galaxy building over there. That big box. It's going to be the new Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster. I'm excited to check that one out for sure. Oh, I definitely recommend checking out Boardwalk. If you get a chance, just take a walk around the boardwalk. It's very nice. Of course, if you're on a Disney World vacation and you want to cram all the parks into your vacation and get as much done as possible, it's hard to find time to do stuff like that. But there's just so much to do at Disney World that, I mean, you'll never do it all. I've been living here for 2 years and haven't done even close to it all. Another one of those photo ops for the Festival of the Arts. So you see, you can just step in behind and basically become a part of the painting. And here is the France Pavilion's Festival of the Arts food. We have tried the creamy brie in the house-made bread bowl. It was fantastic. Definitely recommend trying that one if you like brie. France usually has some very popular drinks as well. I will say this is also usually one of the longest lines for any booth during any festival, really. Not sure if it's the location or if it's the food options, but it's usually a long line. Another look at the booth here. Yeah, there's always more to do and to see, especially because they're always adding things. And looks like we are closed off, so this is as far as we can get into World Showcase right now. So let's take a walk over into the France Pavilion. Another very nice pavilion for different reasons from Canada and the UK. Obviously, not as many flowers and garden and all that, but still a very nice, peaceful area right now. Usually it's a lot louder than this. When it is not festival time, this is my go-to for food in Epcot. If you're looking for a quick lunch or even a dinner, definitely recommend coming back here. They have good sandwiches, and the pastries are amazing as well. So, and it's one of the cheaper options for sure. Then, of course, if you're looking for something a little more fancy, Monsieur Paul is one of the more popular restaurants in Epcot. And take a look at the menu. Like I said, a little more fancy, which usually means a little more pricey. So that's as far as we can get into World Showcase right now. I'm going to take a walk back up to Spaceship Earth, and then let's go see if we can see any construction on the Guardians building. See what that looks like up close right now. So let's take a look down here too. Get a little closer to the lagoon, get a different view. I know a lot of people have commented on the music. I love the music in Epcot. Yeah, this is a nice spot to just kind of get away from the crowds. People don't typically come down here very often. Very nice back here. What are your thoughts on Illuminations being replaced for a new show? I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about that. I personally, I like Illuminations, but it's not my favorite nighttime show, so I am excited to see something new here. There we go, looks like we're back. Illuminations is going to be taken away for at first a temporary show, which I think ironically is called Epcot Forever. And then it's supposed to be replaced by a new nighttime show based on Disney music, which I'm excited for. It's always exciting when you have a Disney vacation coming up and you can look forward to it. Yeah, it's been cold and rainy, really starting yesterday, midday. I mean, when I say cold, it's cold for Florida. It's in the 50s right now. I know a lot of you are probably dealing with much colder than this, but it's supposed to rain all day too, I believe, so not the best weather. That does help keep crowd levels down though, which is nice. Thanks, Shelly. I'm enjoying filming the video. It's always nice to take a morning walk around EPCOT. No, it's pretty empty over here right now, and the rain does have something to do with that. But also, World Showcase isn't open just yet. They open at 11, so I guess in about 20 minutes or so. So it might be a little bit more crowded up in Future World and over by the land. And you can see some of the art booths are opening up. Disney Artist Gallery over here. And all the art you'll see during the Festival of the Arts is for sale, so it's a lot of great Disney pieces. And then there's also some non-Disney art if you're looking for something a little bit different.
They were in my face.
So you can see crowds starting to come in a little bit. Yeah, there's so many different options during these festivals. And actually, Festival of the Arts, they don't have quite as many options as, say, Food and Wine. But I've found that it's been, like, all my favorite choices have been from Festival of the Arts. I don't know if it's because they have less options, so it's less that they have to worry about, but the things that we've tried from Festival of the Arts have been our favorites. Yeah, if you get a chance to get to EPCOT in the morning and just take a walk around World Showcase, or at least as much of World Showcase as you can, it's always very nice. Even in rainy weather like this. Coming up to Spaceship Earth and the Festival of the Arts sign up here. like some more of the art booths are open up here as well. Really a lot of great pieces. There's so much to see during Festival of the Arts. Oh, I didn't even mention the Broadway concert series that they have over in the American Pavilion, where they'll get different performers from Disney Broadway shows to come out and kind of put on a concert. Haven't gotten to check that out personally, but heard some great things. Obviously, Disney on Broadway, you know, you're gonna get a high quality performance. Looks like the crowds are actually pretty low over here as well. Oh, you can see an artist actually working over here right now, which is cool. A lot of times you'll see stuff like this. You'll see artists putting together their stuff right here. You'll see chalk artists drawing on the sidewalks as well, which unfortunately today wouldn't work very well, but usually they do some really cool stuff. Well, you see all the Test Track cast members out here because Test Track is down because of the rain. So they don't exactly have much to do back there right now. Back around where we were earlier. You see Mission Space straight ahead. Test Track to the right. That's where we went at the start of the video to go check out Taste Track, where again you can get that lobster, bacon, and macaroni and cheese in a bread cone. Can't recommend it enough. But now we're going to go to the left, take a look at Guardians of the Galaxy. Which is replacing Ellen's Energy Adventure. And if you, wow, you can actually see straight through the building. They've completely gutted it right now. Not sure if you can tell, but you can actually see right out into the parking lot. Well, you can see the trees back there in the parking lot. But if you've ridden Ellen's Energy Adventure, you know how big this building was back here. It was a huge building. This is actually just going to be for the queue for Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be one of the largest indoor roller coasters in the world once they finish. You can kind of see the building over there. Hear a lot of construction over here too. This wall here has also become one of the Disney walls, the Galaxy Wall. You know, like the purple wall and the moss wall, all of those. So if you want a nice little photo op with no wait, you can always come right back here. I am very excited for this ride. This is one of the new ones that I'm looking forward to the most. But I think this is where we're gonna end for the day. I wish we could have gotten all the way through World Showcase. I also wish it wasn't raining this whole time, but did what I could. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to keep an eye out for our next live stream. We'll be doing pretty much one a week from Disney World, or from, I should say, from Orlando, from the Orlando area, because we're gonna go check out Universal Orlando as well. So be sure to keep an eye out. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day. Bye.